What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, Kyleball13 here. Thank you for watching this video. This video is going to be all about competitive tips. One of my subscribers asked if I would do a video on not only competitive like classes and stuff, but tips on how to get better in competitive and how to practice and all that kind of stuff. So recently, I can only speak from my own personal experience. I'm not on like a super big COD team, but you know, we're a team and we do as many tourneys and things that we can do. But recently we've had a little falling out as far as practice goes, and it's a struggle to practice. It's a struggle to find time to practice because we're not full-time professional COD players. We are, you know, part-time COD players who want to be big and, you know, be professional as possible. So it's hard to find practice time because everybody's got different schedules. Everybody lives in different states. A lot of the professional teams are allowed, you know, live together because that's their job. So for us, I know it's been a struggle lately. We actually had to release one of our players because he wasn't able to get on enough, and so now we're searching for a fourth. But it's a tough thing to find practice time, and that's probably the biggest thing when you're first starting out as a team is you have to practice together. And so tips about practicing, I guess, is to set a schedule and treat it like it's set. Don't treat it like, oh, I can be, you know, 15 minutes late or whatever else, because the other people on your team have things planned as well, and they're planning around that schedule that you guys set. So make it like it's a doctor's appointment or something that you can't be late for, something that's actually important, because if it's important to you, then you're going to make time to do it. And so that's probably the first tip about practicing. And then when you're practicing, this is also a hard thing to do, especially when you're a smaller COD team and you're starting out, is finding out what to do when you're practicing. You can't just play pubs. You're not going to get better playing pubs. You're better off finding scrims as much as possible. If you go on MLG.tv, which is where all the professionals stream, you can go to the forum section and then go to Advanced Warfare, and there is a scrim forum there, and you can type in there what time your team will be on, what time, leave your gamer tag for people to add you if you want to scrim them. So you can do 4v4s, even just if two of your teammates are on, you know, doing a 3v3 or a 2v2 scrim. Anything like that is always going to be better than playing publics, because competitive scene's a little bit different. People are going to be using different classes. There's going to be different strategies going on. So I suggest at least trying to do some sort of scrim. If you can't do scrims, ranked play is the next best option. Ranked play still is a little bit different than actual competitive play, so it's a little bit tough to compare the two. But I know we play a lot of ranked play, mostly because it's easier to do. If we don't have a scrim set up, it's a lot easier to hop into a ranked play match and play that kind of stuff. They are updating that with the esports rules now, so it's a little bit easier. But still, there's still variance and things allowed, so it's a little bit tough to do that. But those are kind of your options for practicing. There's also tournaments. I suggest if you follow like Terror tournaments or like Gfinity tournaments or whatever, there's free tournaments that you can get in all the time. Definitely try those out as much as possible. That'll definitely help you guys out. Just getting the main thing about that, and the why it's important to not practice in pubs is the reaction time. I suggest warming up in like a free-for-all game. Hop into a free-for-all game and just start warming up, because you're going to have to turn around angles, and it's that reaction time getting ready. Because if you're playing a respawn and these competitive players are a lot better, you know, so their reaction time's a lot better. They're going to be knowing where to look, and if you know where to look and if your reaction time's good enough, you're going to be just as good as them. So reaction time is probably the biggest thing about practicing, is finding people who are as good as you to practice against. And that's why scrims are so good, because it's the other team and your team are both looking to get into the competitive scene. They're looking to play competitively, and so they're going to have, you know, the same strats, or try to have the same strategies as competitive teams, and they're going to have good reaction time. They're going to have good skills. They're going to have good map awareness, all that kind of stuff. So we can break down all those different parts. Map awareness is a huge thing. I'll talk about map awareness and reaction time, as I already talked about, but map awareness is huge. Hop into a private game and learn the maps with your team. Learn the jump spots. Learn where you're going to sit in search and destroy. Learn what you're going to do in uplink, all that kind of stuff. Who's going to run the ball? It's really important to know the routes. And the good thing about Advanced Warfare is the routes are fairly planned out. Most of the maps are fairly 3 lanes, so it's easy to call mid, left, right, you know, or poolside or whatever else. So green, like would be on Biolab. So learning the callouts, learning the maps is definitely the first tip after finding out how to practice, finding out when your team can set up a schedule. That's definitely the hardest and most important point, is to set a schedule, stick to it, and don't deviate from it unless there's been talked about, because communication is huge with the team, and communicating and setting a schedule is going to help you guys trust each other. It's going to help you guys build chemistry. Me and my 2 teammates now, we have great chemistry. We play together all the time. We're just looking for a fourth now, so building that chemistry, communicating, and setting a practice time, sticking to all that kind of stuff. Just, it's really the fundamentals of having a team, and so that's really important. So the rest of this series is going to be, I'm going to break it down by first game mode types, because you have search and destroy, you have uplink, you have capture the flag, and then there's hardpoint back, which is great. Hardpoint's a lot of fun. So I'll break down all the different types of game modes and different tips I have in those. And then on top of that, I have best class setups for competitive play that are going to be out as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this gameplay, and hopefully if you're starting a competitive team, or if you're on a competitive team, you can try to set those fundamental ground rules for your team, because that's what's most important. I can give you in Nade Shot, and all those guys can give you all the tips they want, but if you guys can't set a schedule and you can't practice and you can't learn the maps, or the communication isn't there, then you're not going to be a good team. You're not going to play well, and you're not going to have fun, because it's not fun playing on a team that can't do all those things. So get that together first, guys. That's definitely the #1 thing. And thank you for watching this video. I went pretty well in a pub match here with my AK silence, so nobody could find me. Stay tuned here. Here's my buddy who's going to get the final kill cam. He's my cousin. We play together a lot, so I thought I'd give him this little shout out, Shooter Mick Jr. So thank you for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, subscribe and like. Check out the descriptions. Check out the description for the links below for my teammates. Follow all their channels. Follow me on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. Thank you for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more videos. Peace out.